Imagine no fiat, people. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is September 9th, 2018. Let me give a shout out to my man Ed Brady. He wanted me to play that John Lennon Imagine. Great song. This is a classic for sure. Thank you for the song request, Edward. What's good, people? Happy Sunday. Fun day. Hope you guys are doing all right today. We're going to be talking about what your boy Vitalik has said about expectations for returns in the crypto space going forward. It caught my eye because I swear just yesterday I was talking to a buddy of mine about just that. So we'll take a look at what he has to say about returns going forward in the crypto space. And also Monero under attack by Changelly. We'll take a look at what they're doing. It's pretty interesting to see what Changelly is doing with Monero transactions, so we'll take a look at that. But I want to first draw your attention to the BlockWorld Conference. I'll be there speaking on a panel the last day of the conference, but I have a special offering for you guys. I can offer you a free ticket if you guys are in the San Jose area, but I want you guys to come out and enjoy this conference. If you're in the San Jose area in California, all you have to do is purchase a shirt from cryptoblood.io between now and the event. It starts on the 12th of this week, but I will definitely give you guys a free pass if you buy a shirt. So all you gotta do is buy a shirt and you have a $300 pass to the BlockWorld Conference, which is gonna be pretty huge as well. I'll also be at the Litecoin Summit on a panel there, so come check me out there as well. I'll be there at the Litecoin Summit on the 14th and 15th. So let's go ahead and check out that market cap. We are currently just under 200 billion. We're at $198 billion. Bitcoin's dominance still up there at 55.5%. And we did see a nice pop yesterday, a little Bart Simpson upside down Bart Simpson going on. We did get a pop off the lows for Bitcoin, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, and truly saw some gains in EOS, up 8% in 24 hours, but still down for the week, pretty deeply in the red for most of these top cryptocurrencies and tokens. So as you can see, here's the inverted Bart Simpson. This right here is definitely some price manipulation here. And every time we see those, I say that's price manipulation. But what I was telling my friend yesterday as well is that, guys, I'm not saying there isn't manipulation in the markets. This is a pretty unregulated market, so there's going to be some manipulation. But unlike your standard or traditional markets like equities or precious metals, this market is very fragmented. I won't say very, but there are hundreds of exchanges where you can buy Bitcoin, spot Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, etc., etc. So to say that someone can manipulate the markets more than just a day or so, to me, it doesn't make sense. And if you kind of know how markets work, if you have fragmented markets, all that's going to happen if someone is slamming the price down in a couple of exchanges, maybe the major exchanges, you're going to see arbitration throughout the other exchanges. And it does happen, but I'm just saying, I think it would arbitrage away any manipulation. In my opinion, you would just go to the other exchange, buy it, and then sell it here at the exchange that it's being manipulated on, or vice versa. You would sell it on this exchange and go buy it on the exchange where the price didn't get slammed down. Unlike equities, unlike the COMEX, where there's like in those games, you can manipulate for long periods of time because they're the bottleneck. They control the in and outward flow of money in that aspect. Like, you can only trade gold on the COMEX. The majority of the gold in the world is traded on the COMEX. The majority of the silver and platinum and all that, it's all majority of it traded on the COMEX. And same with the equities. You can only buy XYZ stock on NASDAQ, on NYSC. So to me, saying that these things are manipulated in a fashion where it's being suppressed altogether for a longer period of time, I'm just not convinced Just not convinced, guys. But this definitely is some price manipulation right here on the short term. You know, that's not normal price behavior there. Again, I think we're still going to try to touch that 5,900 before we make a decision on whether we're going to, you know, head back up or not. So let's take a look at that first article out of UTB. Use the Bitcoin.com and Monero under fire. More drama around customer information transparency. Privacy-focused coins have great potential, but have also challenged conventions in their short existence. Critics of these coins spread fear that they are for money laundering, buying drugs, and other illegal activities. This has led to regulations coming down on coins seeking to avoid regulation and transparency. The latest case of this is coming from the crypto exchange Changelly. The exchange is facing heat for reportedly withholding Monero transactions deemed suspicious. Users of the platform who've tried trading in Monero have reported that they are being profiled and their funds being withheld. And this is until their KYC information is updated. And if or when a trader is unable to fulfill the KYC compliance, the exchange keeps the user's funds. That is crazy, Changelly. Come on, people. Come on, guys. Article goes on to say Monero under extra scrutiny. Since the allegations were made, Changelly has confirmed the news. A spokesperson spoke to NextWeb, stating that the exchange can withhold suspicious transactions as it sees fit. If the user can provide the necessary information, holds will be lifted or not put in place. The spokesperson explained, to all Monero community, our risk management system doesn't mark all transactions out of the blue. Monero is the crypto that hides a sender and recipient, thus making transactions untraceable. This is a reason why big amounts of other currencies got to be checked before converted to Monero. The news drew ire from many Monero enthusiasts. Reports say if the exchange is not satisfied with KYC, it will withhold the funds for an unknown amount of time. Monero's specialty comes from its privacy focus and ability to flout current systems and institutions that tie personal information to a financial transaction. Changelly's course goes directly against Monero's ethos and model. I agree, that definitely defeats the purpose of me routing funds through Changelly into Monero. So man, this is crazy, and it just goes to show you, like, there still are bottlenecks and layers to where you can still run into issues trying to use privacy coins. So I just want to give you guys a heads up about Changelly and the Monero coin. I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't even risk using Changelly for that. Other than that, Changelly is good. I like Changelly. They're not like Shapeshift yet. I should cross our fingers. They're not like Shapeshift yet, where they're requiring KYC for every transaction or every user. So if you're not using Monero, then you'll be cool. I think you'll be cool to use it to swap different coins if you need to on the fly. So you guys let me know, what do you think about that? That's crazy. I like Monero though. I definitely like Monero and Zcash and Cloak. That's another good one. But of course, I told you guys before, all these coins could possibly carry some tail risk, because if at any point in the future a coin is compromised, it will unlock and show everything that you've ever done. So you just got to keep that in mind too. So let me know what your thoughts are on this Changelly and Monero situation going on here. That's crazy. The second article, again, caught my eye because I was talking to a buddy of mine last night, about the fact that I'm like, look, man, you know, I think people just got it twisted. 2017 was an anomaly. And I think many people still to this day, we're almost through 2018, think that we're going to see the type of returns we saw in 2017 come again. And I just have to remind people, 17 was the oddball out the group, at least in my experience. I can only go off of what I know in cryptocurrencies. 100%, 200%. That's more common in this space, which is still extremely better than anything you'll get in equities or any high yield or high risk debt that you may be playing with if you're more sophisticated and got those coins to do so. But do not expect 10 baggers, 20 baggers, that's 10x, 20x returns on investments in 1 year. It's just not that. Those days are over. Now, what Vitalik Buterin is saying is that the opportunity for 1000x growth is probably over for any coin or project in the crypto space. Now, to me, that's kind of a blanketed statement, and we'll look at what he's saying in detail, but I still think that cryptos will, and blockchain projects that you're able to get a hold of, and they have a great utility and business model around, I still think they will outperform most asset classes going forward for the foreseeable future. But your time horizon has to change from thinking in a month you're going to see 10x, even 5x. You got to just change your expectations so that you make moves in a way that is advantageous to you and your portfolio. A 12-month horizon for 2x, 5x, possibly 3x is more realistic, I think, going forward for most of these projects and coins. Now, granted, that doesn't mean you won't have those anomaly scenarios and rare situations where the moons align, the stars align, and you get a project that is very, very undervalued, and they make an announcement, make some type of business partnership that then boom, they overnight go up 500%. That may happen. I'm not saying that can't happen. That's not out of the realm of possibility, but what we saw in 2017, again, I'm just trying to reiterate, is for your benefit. It's most likely not going to be seen again in the foreseeable future. Even black swan events, I think, at least for the major cryptocurrency pairs, you may see a 3x, 4x out of that. But those 10, 20x, really the 20x, 30x, those days are done, people. They're done. Vitalik Buterin questions the growth potential for blockchain and crypto. But to the shock of many, Vitalik Buterin, one of the foremost co-founders of the Ethereum project, recently spoke with Bloomberg to question and outline the future growth potential for this world-changing industry. Speaking with the publication at an Ethereum and blockchain conference in Hong Kong, Buterin, who has somewhat become the topic of controversy as of late, noted the blockchain space is getting to the point where there's a ceiling in sight. If you talk to the average educated person at this point, they probably have heard of blockchain at least once. There isn't an opportunity for yet another 1,000 times growth in anything in the space anymore. I mean, that's like I said, 1,000x, yeah, he's probably right. But again, what's the time frame? Over 10 years, we possibly could. Yeah, we possibly could see some of these projects do 1,000 times return in 10 years. It's all about your time horizon. Bearish sentiment from such an influential figure worried some, but if you think about it, unfortunately, it might make some bit of sense. Logically speaking, a moonshot's out of the window. The cryptocurrency market already has a parabolic run of its lifetime, with some coins easily growing by over 1,000x within the span of a few years, including Bitcoin. And yes, a majority of individuals in developed nations have likely heard or used the term blockchain or cryptocurrencies at one point or another, making it nonsensical to think the naysayers would turn on a dime to accept this industry with open arms. What makes more sense is a longer-term growth plan that encourages the steady inflow of adoption and real-world use compared to a short-term parabolic cycle that attracts price speculators, which is evidently harmful to the industry. Backing up his statement, Buterin added, the strategy, marketing, and worldwide adoption is getting close to hitting a dead end. I would say 80%, 85% agree. I just don't know what his time frame or time horizon is when he says there are no more 1,000x opportunities in this industry. I definitely think there still is, but we got to stretch that expectation out over 5 to 10, 15 years, in my opinion, from these levels. And then Vitalik goes on to talk about how he he thinks that the everyday present blockchain sucks, including Ethereum. Now, I wouldn't go that far. There definitely are some blockchain 3.0 projects that we're just waiting for the development to happen. You know, the developer side, they're doing their thing now, and then we'll match that with demand in the future, in the near future. I say in the next 12 months, you will definitely see like EOS really taking off, not just in the coin price. I'm talking about actual use case for EOS in the near future happening. And that's just kind of my take, my two satoshis on that. Vitalik said here, I think I've been pretty consistent about my view that every present day existing blockchain, including ETH and BTC, sucks and POS is necessary. Not sure why anyone is surprised. So Vitalik thinks that proof of stake is necessary. I do agree with him on that as well. Proof of stake is definitely necessary for sustainability in the crypto space, with probably the exception of Bitcoin, because that's the kind of the figurehead of this cryptocurrency game. But that may change in the future. You know, you never know. You just got to keep an open mind, people, and that's what I try to give to you guys: information, articles, and suggestions that will have you with an open mind so that you can pivot and be ahead of the curve. People, you got to be ahead of the curve. So what do you guys think, man? Are those days over? Is Vitalik Buterin correct? I gotta agree with them, people. I have to agree. That's pretty much it though for today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and we're gonna rock out to the rest of this John Lennon. Imagine. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla!